from putting all of Hollywood back in line,
come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and f*** off,
to correcting a foul-mouthed interviewer.
Congratulations on already f***ing up. It's next week, you moron.
Here are 9 times disrespectful celebrities got destroyed by Ricky Gervais, starting with Joy Behar, who groped Ricky Gervais as soon as he arrived on her show.
Are you a germaphobe? Are you not a hugger? No,
What did you touching? You're germaphobe?
No, they said keep it quick, just go and sit down.
Oh, okay, so we can touch you?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wow, you just thought you were huggy. Because you gave hugs the last time you were here.
I feel like a strippergram.
On top of that, Joy also tried to label Ricky, but he was quick to clap back.
Referring to Sex and the City 2, you said I was sure the Golden Globe would go to the team that airbrushed that poster.
Yeah.
A little sexist.
No, it's not. Why is it sexist?
Well, because you're saying that the girls are older and they need to be airbrushed.
No, I don't think that you lose your sensuality or your beauty because you hit 53.
And Ricky's final roast silenced Joy's accusations for the rest of the interview.
I'm defending my motives, not the joke. I stand by the joke.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything to apologise for, but that's not the joke. I think if you're going to criticise, you've got to understand the joke.
But that was not the only time Ricky had to swat down Joy's opinions on his humor.
Well, when you go on the Golden Globes, a lot of time you are politically incorrect.
That's the thing about offence, isn't it? When people say they're offended, it's that just because you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right. You know?
Destroying Joy's entire woke agenda in a single monologue.
Offence is about feelings, and feelings are personal. Some people are offended by equality. So what? You know, so you can't second-guess people. If you try and please everyone, you'll please no one. With comedy as well, I think you've got to deal with taboos and contentious issues, and sometimes you deal in irony, and some people don't get that. But, you know, you can't legislate against stupidity, otherwise you'll be doing nothing.
While Joy got off easily, the same can't be said for Hollywood's celebrities, when Ricky called them all out on television's greatest beatdown ever. First on the chopping block was Felicity Huffman, whose recent college admission scandal had landed her in jail.
But you all look lovely, all dolled up. You came here in your limos. I came here in a limo tonight, and the license plate was made by Felicity Huffman. It's her daughter I feel sorry for, okay? That must be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her. And her dad was in Wild Hogs.
And then came Leonardo DiCaprio's turn.
The Irishman was amazing. Long, but amazing. It wasn't the only epic movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him.
But Ricky didn't stop, even if his jokes made everyone uncomfortable.
Tonight isn't just about the people in front of camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
And Ricky had no plans to take his foot off the gas.
Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein. You did it. I didn't. You did it. Shut the f*** up.
But after finishing with specific celebrities, Ricky put all of Hollywood in his scope.
Yeah. So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and off, okay?
As his monologue came to an end, Ricky also gave the award show its due credit.
This show should just be me coming out going, well done Netflix, you win
also
everything. Good night. But no, we got to drag it out for 3 hours. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this, okay?
And in his classic fashion, Ricky dropped one last bomb before he left.
Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
Just like Ricky humiliated everyone on live TV, Piers Morgan also got clowned on his own show for his nonsensical take on gun laws.
Iowa has been giving out gun permits to blind people, not just partially blind, but completely blind people who aren't allowed legally to drive cars. Well, their constitutional right would be damaged if, and they gave an example of, if they were fully sighted and used a gun Just because they lost their sight, why should they lose the constitutional right to continue having a gun?
And it was enough for Ricky to school Piers on common sense.
Yeah, well, it's a difficult one, but the short answer is because they can't see what they're shooting.
I can't buy a Kinder Egg, you know, those little eggs with little toys in, because it may choke me, so they're a health hazard.
Dear America, please let Piers buy a Kinder Egg. but don't let him buy a gun.
Just like Ricky called out Piers' absurd take, Rebel Wilson and Ben Stiller were also called out for their eccentric behavior on The Graham Norton Show. It all started when Rebel was sharing a childhood story.
We went in like shopping centre talent contests to try to make money.
Contest.
Yeah.
What, just turn up?
Yeah, like in the middle of the shops, and like there's a little stage, and like little local kids get up and do an act, and like you might win like $10.
And her awkward story only created an open invitation for Ricky to roast her.
I never knew you were this weird.
Really?
No, because you kept it. We worked together for a couple of days. And
I know.
You're absolutely mental.
In a nice way? Yeah.
But fortunately for Rebel, Ricky shifted his crosshairs when Ben Stiller was discussing a gift he received.
And is it true that those prosthetic arms are there?
Yes. Yeah, and when we wrapped that movie, Tom sent me as a gift those arms.
What a beautiful
in a case, yeah. I love it. And it's like he's smashing a Diet Coke can in the arms. So
What would you use a Tom Cruise arm like that for, though?
It's hard to know, is it?
What good is that? Yeah.
And Ricky couldn't help sneaking in a few more jokes.
I collect stuff from movies, some of the stuff, movies I've done, but really mainly Star Trek memorabilia, because I love Star Trek.
Oh, such a nerd.
But when Ben continued sharing his Star Trek obsession, Ricky pulled his leg one last time.
I love the original series, so I have, I have the Gorn head from the original series from the episode Arena, where...
Like they know it.
I know, I'm just nodding.
Oh, the Gorn head.
Oh, yeah.
The Gorn head.
Okay. I have...
What the Gorn head?
While Ricky was just having friendly banter, he wouldn't hold back much for Jonathan Ross, who took shots at Ricky's show from the start.
He has just finished a new series of extras. It's frankly, I've seen some of it, it's a shoddy piece of work, but it's redeemed only by a cameo appearance in the final episode. That's right, finally landed the big one. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ricky Gervais!
But Ricky was in no mood to let it slide.
You've been on this show so many times, it's like you're my sidekick or something here.
Yeah.
Now, a new
Just show clips.
A new series of extras starts this week. Congratulations on getting a second series, essentially, but also...
Congratulations on already f***ing it up. It's next week, you moron.
And Ricky quickly exposed Jonathan's TV reality side.
It's a more traditional sitcom. It looks a bit postmodern with the sort of meta level of, you know, a play within a play, but it's, we think it's funnier. You're a film reviewer, you should know these words.
That was like a proper answer to a proper question then.
I know, so you'll cut it out.
But as if that wasn't enough, Ricky kept taking Jonathan to the cleaners.
I do look a bit more like Parker these days, I don't know, that's the problem. You're getting me confused.
He's kept himself in trim. Look at you. Undo the button. Go on, let it hang out. Look at this. Look at this.
Nothing there. There's nothing
right.
there.
Fucking go.
What?
Look at that.
And whenever John fumbled after that, Ricky took the chance to sneak a jab in.
Will there be a third series? You did 2 series and a special of The Office, of course.
Do that again.
You did 2 series and a special of The Office, all right? People
With
would
me
love
not smiling at your buffoonery.
Will there
Take
be
3.
Why do you do this to me? Why do you come on and do this to me? Why do you just make my life easy?
Fortunately for Jonathan, he only got humiliated once, unlike Mel Gibson, who Ricky called out 4 times for allegedly calling Winona Ryder an oven dodger, a term for Jewish people who escaped Hitler's concentration camps.
Mel Gibson, come on.
No, come on.
I'm not going to have a go at him. He's been through a lot.
Not as much as the Jews, to be fair.
But as if calling him out during the Emmys wasn't enough, he did it again at the Golden Globe Awards.
First presenter is beautiful, talented, and Jewish, apparently. Mel Gibson told me that. He's obsessed. Please welcome Scarlett Johansson.
Not stopping at Mel's anti-Semitic remarks, Ricky also put shade on the actor's drunk driving history.
Honestly,
I like a drink as much as the next man. Unless the next man is Mel Gibson.
Unfortunately for Mel, Ricky's SmackDown would continue even after 2 years.
A few years ago, on this show, I made a joke about Mel Gibson getting a bit drunk and saying a few unsavoury things. We've all done it. I wasn't judging him, but now I find myself in the awkward position of having to introduce him again.
And before he finished the set, Ricky dropped 2 final bombs.
Listen, I'm sure it's embarrassing for both of us, okay? And I blame NBC for this terrible situation. Mel blames, we know who Mel blames. Mel's forgotten all about it, apparently. That's what drinking does.
While Ricky destroyed Mel harshly, Stephen Colbert got his schooling politely when he debated Ricky on religion.
I know that you're an atheist, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. People have been debating. That's the devil waiting for you in hell, by the way. Would you want to debate the existence of God? Okay.
And while Ricky was proving his point, Stephen told Ricky something completely out of line.
I don't need faith in science. I don't need faith to know that probably if I jump out of a window, every other time someone jumps out, they smash to the ground because of this thing called gravity.
And
I don't.
then Satan would be raping you.
But even though Stephen continued his unnecessary aggression, Ricky calmly educated him.
Why is there something instead of nothing?
That makes no sense
You
at all.
have to answer my question.
That's not the two choices.
No, but the choices I'm giving you, I'm the host.
Well, I don't...
You want to concede the debate? Why is there something instead of why is there nothing? Why does the universe exist at all? Why is there something?
But surely the bigger question is not why, but how. Well, why is irrelevant.
And Ricky just didn't stop there.
So, you believe in one God, I assume?
In 3 persons, but go ahead.
So basically, you believe in... You deny one less God than I do. You don't believe in 2,999 gods, and I don't believe in just one more.
Right.
Nevertheless, Stephen desperately tried to one-up Ricky.
Everything in the universe was once crunched into something smaller than an atom.
But you don't know that.
Well...
You're just believing Stephen Hawking, and that's a matter of faith in his abilities.
Yes.
You don't know it yourself. You're accepting that because someone told you.
But what Stephen didn't expect was Ricky turning the tables on him.
But science is constantly proved all the time. You see, if we take something like any fiction, any holy book, in any other fiction, and destroyed it, okay, in 1,000 years' time, that wouldn't come back just as it was. Whereas if we took every science book, right, and every fact, and destroyed them all, in 1,000 years they'd all be back, because all the same tests would be the same result.
Stephen wasn't the only late-night host to get schooled by Ricky, because he also taught Jimmy Fallon how to do comedy after his surprise appearance on The Tonight Show.
You're accepting.
Do it like it's your. Do it like you were clever enough to come up with this joke yourself. Okay.
Before that moment, Ricky gave Jimmy a thoughtful gift.
This is the Office box set. It's 10th anniversary of The Office. I'll leave that with you. If you could hold that, that'd be great. If you could hold that.
Only for Jimmy to do the unexpected.
Appreciate it.
Right.
Cheers. Well, thank you so much. See you later.
Because all the same tests would be...
All right, guys. Hey,
Nevertheless, Ricky stayed on the set to listen to Jimmy's jokes.
Hey, listen to this, you guys. The government is about to release a report on what went wrong during the BP oil spill. Or as Fish put it, hey, no rush.
And after hearing that, Ricky couldn't help himself teach Jimmy about comedy.
But I'm not doing that.
It was shoddy. It was, I mean, you didn't write it, and that's... But do it like... Do it like it's your. Do it like you were clever enough to come up with this joke yourself. Okay. And also, it looks dreadful. I mean, you can see you reading it. Your little beady eyes.
Well, it's on cue cards. I have to memorize it.
You look like a little starving rat.
Okay, all right.
And when Jimmy applied Ricky's tips, his delivery became an instant hit.
Show them. Do it.
Let me read it again.
Just do it again, and do it with a swagger. Do it like you deserve this show.
All right, let me try it. Hey, listen to this. The government is about to release a report on what went wrong during the BP oil spill. Or as Fish put it, hey, no rush.
Ricky left soon after, but not without dropping one final subtle jab.
That was it? Yeah. Thank you so much.
Listen, it's all part of my job. I'm a comedian. See you later.
And just like Ricky educated Jimmy on his own show, he also roasted Hollywood and the Golden Globe Awards on its own stage.
Tonight, you get Britain's biggest comedian hosting the world's second biggest award show on America's third biggest network. So, it's fourth. It's fourth.
And Ricky's next line humiliated two birds with one joke.
The Golden Globes are to the Oscars what Kim Kardashian is to Kate Middleton, basically. What? Bit louder, bit trashier, bit drunker, less association, and more easily bought. Comedian,
But when Kim was done getting blasted, Justin Bieber's turn came next.
Other celebrity scandal, Justin Bieber nearly had to take a paternity test. What a waste of a test that would have been. No, he's not the father. The only way that he could have impregnated a girl was if he borrowed one of Martha Stewart's old turkey basters. Open wide. Bit louder.
And even after taking shots at various top shot celebrities, Ricky proved that he wasn't even a little afraid.
Now, the Hollywood Foreign Press have warned me that if I insult any of you, or any of them, or offend any viewers, or cause any controversy whatsoever, test, they'll definitely invite me back next year as well.
And his confidence just goes to show that Ricky isn't afraid of destroying celebrities on any stage.